So, Roxanne called. I don't remember what time it was, noon or afternoon, and said that she called the people, the lady for the apartment down in Greenville that we're on the waiting list for. And the lady told her that we're at number 2 now, which confused me because that's what I had heard we were on to. But Roxanne said, no, we were number 3. So probably I just misunderstood. But the real issue is that the price is raising from $725 a month to $800 a month. And I did magic in my head. I did math in my head. I'm like, well, you know, it's $725 and we split it in half, and that's like $362.50 or whatever, and so that'd be like only $37 more, Roxanne. I think we could do that. She's like, we can do it, but I cannot do that on my own when you're gone. And I just was like, duh. Denise, can you be more selfish? Can you be more self-absorbed? Apparently I can. Because I hadn't even thought of that. Because I wouldn't be able to do it on my own. And she does not make as much in Social Security as I do. She just has a cushion of stocks that she draws on. And she says the stock market is falling, so she's losing money. I did not tell her that the stock market will rise and fall, but it will never fall and take all of her money. It will come back. Because the people who are most invested in it will make sure that it comes back. But not having a place now, I'm not mad at that. I expected it. I expected something like it. I expected it. And I was told about it in tarot readings on YouTube. I'm sorry. I'm actually sorry to all the YouTube tarot readers who read Sagittarius or maybe even the collective and go, I don't know what this means. This is what it is. I don't understand how it all fits together, but this is what it is. Or they will say it what they believe it to say, and I'm looking at the cards and I'm like, yeah, that's not what that card means for me. But it is for me. And yes, because there is that card that is also for me, you know, like death and Satan, meaning it's hospice and Bruce. Capricorn is represented by the devil card in the major arcana. Stuff you learn. Anyway, there is something. God is making a way. And then so I went on Craigslist and found Roxanne an apartment for $525 a month that she can live in all by herself in Rockford, near Matthew, for elderly people. I emailed her that. And then I found a $525 a month apartment for me in Edmore. I texted that number. So I'm still doing the work. I will still save the money. If that is God's will. Because not everything is that I want. And then I saw today this thing about you have to Stop trying to destroy your ego. Ego is a large part of your human form. It's what you're here to work on, but you don't destroy it. You can't. It's energy. You have to transform it. That made sense. That clicked. That rang a bell inside of me. It resonated. So, stop hating on yourself, Denise Ann, because you're worrying too much about your ego. You need to make sure your intention is always for good and without manipulation, and always remembering that love comes first. Or else, what's the purpose? Love is the only thing that lasts. Love is what everything else is transformed into. The greater good transforms itself into love. You love somebody like you love yourself. You want them to have what they need to live. I don't know about you people who need Jesus. And if you don't call it Jesus, just something larger than you, of which you are a part. And the parts are many. But there is one source. It just is. We're not an accident. I've said this before. I repeat myself. I also thought of a new name for my channel. Since nobody watches it. Tangent Girl. I used to call myself that. Or Wordy Girl. Wordy Girl is more for writing. But, okay. I forgot this, didn't I? You don't know what day it is, or you can tell it's daylight because that window over the bench. But today is the 14th day. I think it's my Grandma Lemon's birthday. Of 2022, it's 3:40 in the afternoon. Bruce left at 6:30, before 6:30 this morning, to go on an overnight fishing trip. Be safe, stay safe, come home safe and sound. Yes, we want him to. Oh, and no, I put this in my writing journal. You watch. He went with Richie Boomer, and Richie Boomer's going to trigger him. And it's going to be a test, Bruce, to see how well you really learned that lesson. And I don't want you to feel bad if you fail. Excuse me. It's tough. When I say it's tough, you know, it's hard work. That's what I mean. It's all the failings you go through before you get to the, oh, I got it. Go ahead, people. Do your peopling. I'm okay over here. But it takes a long time of being triggered and having to learn over and over again that you do not have to react. You do not have to take it personally. Which brings me to something that I can't talk about online, but it involves grandchildren and how deeply broken-hearted I am about something that was meant with the very best of intentions, but was perceived as such an insult. Broken-hearted. But then I thought to myself, is the problem with the intention or the way it was perceived? And if it wasn't the intention but the way it was perceived, then that's on them. That's on that's a mirror for them into what it is that they're needing to work on. I think. So, I was supposed to talk about it, but I did. And it won't be seen until I'm gone. And then, I don't know. I don't know. How long do you trust your parents? I don't know. I guess you could look at it too as, well, that's my mom. I get to tell her anything I want. And know that she won't say it, which she just did. So apparently you can't trust me. Anyway, been a good day for Jesus. Been a good day so far. Bad news came. It was expected. It didn't rock me back on my heels. God will find a way if it is in His will. It's thy will, not my will. Please. You don't beg God. You don't bargain with God. You just say, yes, God. Thank you, God. That's what you say. You say, thank you, God, for being so much more in love with me than I am with myself. In the way of what is the best for me. Because you know what is best for me. I clearly don't. A bottle of Sprite, a pack of smokes, the internet. But so far, good day.